second quarter, finding Tanduay Rum Makers in front by 6 points. At the same time, making his first appearance is Dignadice together with J.B. Yango of Tanduay Rum Makers. Dignadice, one of the 6 gunners of Magnolia Ice Cream, pointed out by Waki Trillo, and has been averaging 15 points, putting down 9 rebounds and 1 assist.
Yes, he's actually in second place to Abet Gidaben.
A breakaway and a getaway by Harencio has knocked in now 4 points, making his first 2 points from the line during the first quarter. Cross pass, a dangerous pass coming from Hubalde. He rarely does that, but somehow he was so tempted to pass it on to Fernandez, and they pay the price.
Right, and a nice attempt there by Franz Pumaren. There was someone in front of him, so he really gave it a loop.
It is now a 4-point Tanduay Rum Makers lead, 35-31.
Well, all of a sudden, at this stage, Magnolia is putting up a very good defensive rotation, unlike Tanduay.
Well, there will always be 2 coming from the blue shirts that will try to cover the open man. They're very quick to rotate, and they've got that the benefit of youth.
And you know, very tentative squad from Tanduay here in the second at the start of the second quarter. Unlike the first quarter, something seems to be lacking in the team. And right away, Coach Valenzuela is sending in Onchi de la Cruz. He'll be coming in shortly.
They go to Kidaben. It's a mismatch there. It was Ubalde. He knew that he had to do something against his compadre, and that's to tag him.
Right. Okay, Torrente goes back to the bench, and Onchi de la Cruz checks in.
Well, Torrente really could not apply rugged defense, considering that he was playing with 3 personal fouls. Here's Pumaren. He can fire from the outside. De La Cruz is aware of that quality. Turn around from Harencio.
You know, partner, that ploy of Norman Black is working wonders for his team right now. He's got 2 point guards there, and 1 point guard seems to be getting away because it's Freddy Hubalde taking on Harencio, and Harencio is a faster player. So I don't know if Coach Valenzuela will probably send in also a shorter player to take on Harencio. Oh, an offensive foul by Fernandez.
Well, at the last split second, he saw that Dignadice was going to block him, and somehow that natural movement just was executed. Look at the warding of Mon Fernandez on the left hand, and a foul is going to go against him. But when Magnolia was trailing by 11, Norman Black made the adjustments, and they have pulled out a 12-3 pair. That's the reason as to why it is only now a 2-point game. It's a lead by Tanduay. 35-33 for the Rum Makers. Fernandez under the basket, trying to execute it. Can't ring the bell, so Israel says, I'll try. No.
You know, a lot of offensive rebounding by Tanduay, but they can't seem to score.
Well, when you've got a lot of raised arms right in front of you, it's pretty difficult to get your composure. Unlike Gidaben, says, hey, I'm open.
Right, Abet Gidaben, his perimeter shooting has been working for him.
Well, it shows on the stats. He's got 16 points now, but matched up against Juan Fernandez, he came up with 17 points in the first quarter, and then another basket here in the second for 19.
Oh, Abet Gidaben did foul Onchi de la Cruz when Onchi was on his way to the basket. So it's going to count plus a bonus shot now. Those are the fouls that Abet Gidaben will have to keep away from. You know, De La Cruz already had the first step on him, yet Abet did put his hand down, and he committed contact there.
And the little shuffle of men here by Turing Valenzuela, Hubalde again starting out ice cold, decides that they better put up a hot hand, so he returns the services of Esquera. On the other hand, you've got a hit.
Right, J.B. Yango, and that's what he does best, you know, offensive rebounding. And once he's in there, it's very hard to stop him. Whether you have 2, 3, 4, the whole team on him.
Harencio goes for a rainbow shot.
And it's only a 1-point game for Tanduay now.
And you know, Harencio's creating the damage here, knocking in 7 out of his 9 right here in the second quarter. He's got 9 points total. J.B. Yango looking for room. Immediately 2 on him. Out safely to Esquera. Back again to J.B. Looking for a cutter. Can find any. A jump shot from Padim. Here comes Quee taking the point. Shot block coming from Padim as well, the defensive specialist of Tanduay.
Harencio commits that loose ball foul. Ricky Cui could have passed off to Arencio, but then he didn't see Padim Israel coming from behind.
Well, after enjoying an 11-point lead during the first quarter, it is now a 1-point lead by Tanduay. Two players taking a plunge.
So there's an offensive foul by Onchi de la Cruz.
Well, that is just one way of Onchi de la Cruz to give his calling card.
Dignadisa knows how to position very well. Huh? Earlier it was against Juan Fernandez and now Onchi de la Cruz. That defensive stance I think he's learned from his former coach, Ron Jacobs.
And Rocky, with 7 minutes and 50 seconds, Magnolia now has an opportunity to get the lead. They got the first shot out with the courtesy of Kidaben. It was 2-0, and there has been a domination by Tanduay.
Right. Well, Coach Valenzuela sent in Esguerra for Ubalde. He feels that Esguerra is faster than Ubalde, and it's Esguerra taking on Harencio now. Let's see if that works, because if that doesn't work, then I think to ring Valenzuela will have to put even a shorter player, but it'll be very difficult because he can't put Torrente inside. Torrente's got 3 personal fouls, and Willie Generalao, as we know, is not playing in tonight's game.
Down with the fever because of the flu. And you know, there's an epidemic of a bad case of flu.
Right.
Picked up by Esquerra and a quick release. That's exactly what Valenzuela wanted from his shooter. Here's Harencio looking for an opening, and he gets tagged by JB Yango.
Did you see that play there? It was actually Esguerra on him, and Yango was there, but still Harencio, the quick player that he is, was able to squeeze himself between those two players.
By the way, the foul is not against JB Yango. It is going to be called against Esquerra. There was a knee stuck out somewhere.
That's typical.
Here comes Dignadice. Good footwork. No basket, however.
That looked like a move by Mon Fernandez, huh?
7 and 12. That's the time left here in the second quarter. A 3-point lead being enjoyed by Tanduay Rum Makers. Back again to the franchise. He'll go 1-1. But Cui, extending help defense, knocked it away from his hands. But Tanduay will keep it. And Cui is faced by Norman Black. We have Reyes checking in. Juan Fernandez.
Oh, what a shot that was, huh? Oh, he was, you know, the momentum was carrying him outside, and he still went for that jump shot. I said, no way is Esguerra going to sink this. He made a liar out of me.
Well, partner, you get 4 quick points coming from the return of Esguerra. He's got 10 points now. But Harencio is the X factor here in the second quarter, knocking in 9 points with 1 rainbow shots out of his 11 right here in the second. But him looking for the open man. Can't find any.
Oh,
there is deflected it.
Yes.
Esquerra waiting for him. 6 and 17 seconds here in the second. Magnolia trailing by 3. Watch it once more.
Well, that piece of action made Turing Valenzuela go over to Narciso Bernardo.
Just wanted to check the time. It is 6 and 17. By the way, the Office of the Commissioner formally requested all of the participating teams to inform the PBA of any player or players unable to play in a scheduled game and the reasons, medical or otherwise, for the player's inability to play. This is so the PBA can in turn inform the media through television, radio, and print. We think that this is a good move by the PBA. This way, we can all avoid misinformation.
Boom! 3-point shot by Ito Esguerra. You know, he was waiting for Onchi de la Cruz for about 3 seconds to give him the pass. He knew you could sink that from outside.
So Tanduay in front by 4. Here they come, 46-42. Time 5 and 48 in the second. 5 team fouls being played by Tanduay to the 3 of Magnolia Ice Cream. The rifleman.
He's found the home. He's found the home with Tanduay. Ito Esguerra, I think he's got about 8, 10, 11, 9 points now, right?
Yes, partner, out of his 15, knocking in 9, including 1 rainbow shot in the second quarter. Is a key reason as to why Magnolia can't really catch up.
And it's Esguerra and Harencio, the 2 players doing the damage now, taking on one another. Oh,
what again? Big conversion coming from the small man, Pumares.
Do you know Pumaran has done that so many times, huh? Take an attempt from outside the three-point region, sank the basket, and a foul. We've got a timeout. We'll be back.
Now, when you see a lovely and attractive face, you think of faces.
I like that, Things. I like that. I think I'll invite you to a drink tonight.
Thank you. By the way, a little while ago, after knocking in a rainbow shot, Pumaren converted for a grand slam. He was followed the act of shooting. It went in, and I think that's about the third or the fourth time that he has
Right.
completed a grand slam.
Right. I'm almost certain 3 times I've covered games that he's done that. Sunk the three-point shot plus the bonus. So he leads. That's a record in the PBA.
Time is 4 and 52. Not the time from Esqueda. Here comes Ignadice. Outlet going to Reyes. Here comes Pumaren. Cross pass to the open man, Harencio. Pumaren from Rainbow Country.
Oh, wow.
2 in a row.
That's
And they're in the lead.
That's going to make Valenzuela grow white hair. I'll tell you. The 2-point guards for Magnolia, their prime guard, point guard, actually, Heck Calma is on the bench. And these two guards right now are doing it all for them.
On the other hand, the backcourt of Tanduay is crippled because of foul trouble.
Right, 4 fouls for De La Cruz, 3 for Torrente. And you know, I was looking at their lineup. They have no other player that I think can carry the ball. Maybe Padim Israel, maybe Mon Fernandez might even have to do that in the second half.
Time is 4 and 16. It's a 1-point lead for Magnolia Ice Cream. 49-48. And they have come back from an 11-point deficit during the first quarter. Juan Fernandez thinking of going 1-on-1 against Kidabin. A fadeaway shot. That was tight, very tight.
And you could see that Tanduay really went to Mon one-on-one. He posted low and got the shot off Abet.
Hits the open man under the basket. And a little pushing foul. It's going to go against the defensive specialist.
It was more like a shove, I think. Anyway, Tanduay has 16 fouls now. Or 7. That's a 17th foul. That's going to put them in penalty with 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. Oh, miscommunication there, and Mon Fernandez ends up with the basketball.
Gonna change pace, sidestepping. Here's an elegant shot, and he gets the shooter's bounce of Norman.
How many points does Mon have? He's really all fired up again here.
Well, after making 17 points in the first quarter, he said, I better make some points. So he has come up with an additional 6 points for 23 right here in the second. Almost got away from Pumaran, got distracted with the defensive qualities of J.B. Yango. Torrente saves it for Tanduay. Tanduay by 3, 52-49. By the in penalty situation. Esquera, he's a factor here. Quickly to Pumaran, looking upstairs. He will take the point. Behind the back dribble. Picked up back again to him. Padim Israel was there, and somehow you lose your concentration. Knocked away from the hands of Pumaran because of a foul.
From Kidabin, so that's going to be the third personal foul of Abet. That is what he has to shy away from. We've got a timeout. We'll be back.
Mamaril comes off the bench as Torrente takes 2 from the line. They're in front by now 4 points and is looking for the 5th-point lead for Tanduay Rum Makers. By the way, the charging foul, our featured topic tonight in Burlington Basketball Tips with host Norman Black at halftime.
So Nichi Ituri has come in for Abet Gidabin, who's foul-ridden right now with 3. So it's a backcourt combination for Tanduay that's in foul trouble, while Magnolia is the tall players. And I think I committed a boo-boo earlier. Our apologies to Mrs. Olen Lim. I don't think that was her we flashed on your screens earlier. As a matter of fact, I thought about it. His brothers is playing today, I think. So, Olen, if you're listening in, that wasn't you.
If well, you're asking for forgiveness from me, you'll have to wait for a week.
Okay.
Darius Reyes going to Pumaran has come up with 2 rainbow shots already. Ituri gets blocked by Mamaril. Outlet going now to Mon Fernandez. Ignadice waiting for him, crouching it in the middle low. Mon likes that style. Got to back off on you. One pump, looking for room. He may lose it, and he gets away.
Very effective inside, and this is what Valenzuela wants to do now. His 2 tall players, Fernandez and Mamaril, the Twin Towers are in there against the smaller combination of Magnolia. Nice offensive rebound by Ituri.
Ituri getting a basket. A minute and 50 here in the first half. A 5-point lead being enjoyed by Tanduay Rum Makers. Ituri knows the importance of this game. They want to improve the standing. Right now, Magnolia is 1 and 2. Pumaren will go to the line, but he wanted for a three-point play.
Very shifty Franz Pumaren. Harencio takes a rest now. He did his job, definitely giving quality minutes here.
Knocking in 13 points, of which one rainbow shot, 9 points right here in the second quarter for Harencio. Made his first two from the line in the first quarter. Obalde returns to the floor, and Torrente will be sitting it out. Well, Obalde plays the off guard, and you begin to identify who is going to be the point guard for Tanduay. You've got De La Cruz on the bench because of 4 personal fouls. Torrente with 3.
Right. It might be Padim Israel with Freddy Ubalde. Oh, it's
You're right. Padim is the all-around player.
right. Well, if I were in Norman Black's position, I'd probably full court press them now because they don't have any ball carrier bringing that ball up.
Posting low on a turnaround shot. It is the rifleman who continues to wax hot. He has come up with 11 points out of his 17. Esquera, and here they come again. A bad shuttle pass. Way off the mark coming from Padim. It's a throwing error.
Right.
Under a minute.
And you know, Norman Black is very pleased with the way Franz Pumaren is quarterbacking for his team. He's missed about 3-4 layups, but those were good attempts. And what a shot by Tonichi Ituri. Gets the foul of Mon Fernandez. That's going to be Mon's third personal foul.
By the way, Adidas is the official outfitter of the PBA.
Okay, nothing left for Coach Turing Valenzuela to do but send in Salazar, the rookie now. Mon Fernandez has 3 personals. That should even up matters because Abet Gidabin has 3 personals also against him.
Well, Ituri, during the past 3 games of Magnolia, has been only averaging 8 minutes playing time, and he's an average of just below 3 points per game.
So there's a press of Norman Black. I read Norman right. He pressed the Rum Makers because there's no ball carrier there, and rightfully so, they lost the ball to the sideline.
And with 43 seconds, trailing by 3 points, Magnolia has an opportunity to cut down that lead of Tanduay Rum Makers. Keep in mind that Tanduay is over the limit of the 5-team fouls of Magnolia Ice Cream. Ituri looking for the open man. Outside is Dignadice.
Right? And there's that zone press of theirs.
Down to 17 seconds here in the half. Cobalde. Esquera. Here is Salazar playing, trying to recover from a swollen shin.
2 seconds remain.
He'd better put it up.
It's going to count if it no. That's the mistake.
So, with this rally, one after another, one wave after another, Magnolia still trailing by 1. It is Tanduay on top of the half, 58-57.